Yep. Let's get our things ready here because we really need to get into this video, into the video segment here too, because we are behind a couple of weeks now. Again.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a quick second. We're just getting things set up here. All right. And we'll go ahead and fade in here. And of course, we're going to start off our video segment with From Dusk Till Dawn, but everybody sings it with Pibby and Friday Night Funkin' and the Twilight Sparkle thing.
Damn, this is well animated.
There's supposed to be subtitles on this one. I don't remember.
I don't.
Hold on, checking.
Well, unless the subtitle is a clutch.
Nah.
Nope, it's not much. It's just saying music.
Yep.
Alright, so you can probably stop stream to Discord.
Oh, right. I'm on it.
Oh, when they got Plants vs. Zombies. Oh, Pinky to the rescue!
Great minds. Let's all up. It's better stop talking.
Oh, damn! We're going crazy. What right now? Damn, we're having a whole anime here.
Looks like three good friends who obviously don't know how to
Oh, damn!
I feel like there's got to be a whole wiki story on this thing.
Wait, did I miss a Pibby segment? Why is Pibby missing an arm?
I don't know about the arm. That makes no sense to me either, unless it's dramatic license.
There was a thing.
Anyway, you got to pay attention to this or you're going to miss the joke.
When
The
I was
emo.
a filly, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, will you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the dead? What's the worst that I can say? Things are better if I stay. So long and good night. So long and good night. I heard a knock upon my door the other day. I opened it to find it staring in my face. The feel of mortal stalking still reverberates. Everywhere I go, I got to stop in just in case. Because tonight will be the night over again. Don't make me change my mind.
Damn.
That is...
Yeah.
Alright, now, Honeymoon Phase, fan animation. By Carabella, music by Violet Pony.
I think Cole was actually in this, so I'm sending that at him.
You know what? I enjoy the art style and I appreciate the effort that's gone into this. My brain just keeps telling me they're supposed to be in between frames. My brain just keeps being like, where's he?
I get, yeah.
like, again, I'm not knocking the animation for that. It's just my brain doesn't want to let me let go of that fact. Like, you know
It
what?
feels like it's at 15 frames where it should be at 30.
Yeah, it kind of like, you know what it kind of feels like? It feels like it's like whenever you did those little things where you did it like the flip book style.
Oh yeah. Alright, next, Naysayer.
Yep.
Or the one that had some issues because YouTube's getting really weird about this stuff.
Darling. Apples, apples. Darling, darling,
Oh,
darling.
this.
Oh!
Darling, darling, darling. Books? Books, books, books. Apples, darling, books. Party!
Oh, boy.
Showed this off at his first panel,
Books, books. Awesome.
and it was
Darling. Awesome, awesome. Apples.
fun.
Party, party, party. Books, books. Apples. Awesome, 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 awesome. Apples, apples,
What does Fluttershy
Party,
say?
party. Apples. Awesome.
Having this soap. Having
Soap
Fluttershy.
brand soap.
I forget if it's true natural soap, that's not dangerous, but
No.
most mainstream soaps you probably don't actually want to do that.
No, but if it's Dr. Swatch, it's probably safe.
Sweetie Belle needs attention, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, my fellow cat owners, we know this pain.
Oh.
There goes his intestinal tract.
It's like two cats, one.
There goes his intestinal tract and whatever else he had in there.
cannot run from me.
Oh, this animation looks good.
Okay, and at least that let us know that this is something original, at least.
Yeah. Then again, I was looking at all the videos here to make sure that nothing was going to mark.
荒头之惬意，那些流言蜚语不必去在意，哪怕跌倒也要微笑着站起。
It's even subtitled for your convenience.
Is that just cell shading, or is that like just a?
I think
Like
it's
a
a
sat-
filter.
Because yeah, I'm trying to think if it's like a saturation or if it's just a cell shading.
Yeah, I definitely say filter because note how the light doesn't change. If it was cell shaded, the light would change a bit.
Is that a Slavic language?
No, I think this is Chinese. Okay, the mouth's a little like.
Well, little fun on the washing mouth out with soap. Apparently, a lot of the danger is if it's ingested in large quantities, but it can cause issues like vomiting, diarrhea, irritation of the lining of the mouth, digestive tract. Basically, it's still bad stuff, though it's usually if you only have a lot of it, but it's still a really stupid thing to do and it doesn't really help.
And
Yeah.
you are right, this is Chinese.
Yeah, and also, you know, like I mentioned on the other video where it's talking about the animation, like this is one of those things where it kind of feels like I don't know, for some reason, like in this case, like I know there's again, like it's not perfectly smooth, but for some reason in this, like it's not bothering me as much. I don't know why.
Maybe it's the fact that it's computer.
3D versus hand-drawn.
It's probably the computer
There's a
animation.
smear frame to it.
I think it's also because I think it's because of the fact that like everything around it is also kind of matched to it, so it kind of feels like everything all together kind of comes together to the style.
That's the thing with the human mind. We can't explain some of the stuff that drives us freaking nuts.
And you know what? Actually, no. I think on the other one, I think it's because it was just the subject in a white background. Maybe is why it stuck out so much.
Also be an issue.
So like, yeah, on this one you've got an entire world that's kind of like, yeah, you look at the water motion there, it kind of matches with everything. Like, so it's like in my mind I can accept that this is all the same style thing.
I need to go back on this one next.
Yeah, this animation is a lot better than the one I saw earlier.
Yeah, it's kind of like with the Dragon Prince animation.
Oh, no wonder I was having similar vibes to this.
Yeah, this probably has an interesting story going with it, but
Oh, and it
Was
done
not
in
reading.
blue. Look at those. Look at that.
That's why we always include the videos on the show notes. So these are probably show note 2 or 3 back.
You're having a good day.
yeah.
Tea is good for your anxiety. You should smile. A smiling face is a
You heard them. We gotta drink a bunch of caffeinated tea. It'll be good for us. All right, who's ready for a nice little slap of reality?
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh my!
It worked? I mean, it worked! I think.
And to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Oh, right. I'm Umbra. Umbra Swift. Are you Dr. Wolf?
Indeed, I am. I would hope that some pony has pointed you in my direction for a reason, given your interesting arrival.
You could say that. I heard that you've been a big help to people with their problems, and, well, I was wondering if I could possibly set up a session with you?
Well, I will say your entrance here was a bit jarring, but if it's advice you seek, I may be able to help if you have the time.
Great! But that's the thing. The session isn't for me, per se. It's for someone else close to me and, well, not really of this dimension.
Not of this dimension? Miss Umbra, I don't think I quite understand.
Well, maybe it would be better if I just showed you.
What in Equestria?
See,
Sorry, that was just kind of jarring. It was just like, maybe I should just.
Let me show you.
I have no
I was
words.
wondering if you might be willing to go directly to him.
Let me.
He's a little
Maybe I'll
about
show it to you. Oh, sorry, that was the beans from lunch.
Damn it, it made me think of South Park again. It's like, no, it just shows you true form. Okay.
I'll be here if it wasn't. I don't beg anyone, but please, it would mean a lot to my brother and I if you could help him.
If you're absolutely sure, then lead the way.
Oh, thank you, Doc. I promise that you won't regret this. Now,
Also,
until immediately after we're done.
Dimensional.
You won't regret this until immediately after we start.
Wait,
Oh,
we
God.
got to see 3D model Dr. Wolf.
What? How? What?
welcome to the Modiverse, Doc.
Miss Umbra, what sort of magic is this?
It's no mere magic.
Yes, so this is it's probably source filmmaker, right?
Hello.
Yep.
there. You
Yeah.
must be
Yeah, this is
Dr.
actually an animator that works with a lot of source filmmaker. We've showcased them for several years.
I see
Not
my
as much
sister.
recently, though. I have to kind of pay more attention to when he does
apologize
posts.
for needing to rely on her to bring you to me. I'm sure she's already mentioned I'm a bit nervous to leave
God,
the realm.
the whole thing going through the portal
You
thing.
really need
Got,
to work on that, bro.
Was
Yes.
it Meriwether Media put out a new
Yes.
comic about,
I'm the one that was
or a
in the
little video with a
conversation.
comic
I've heard that
about
you take a lot of belongings on your
teleporters
lift.
actually being a thing.
I was
Oh, yeah.
wondering if you'd be willing
And-
to
You mean
meet
the
somebody
old
from
issue
outside
of
with.
are you still you if you go through it?
This world is
Yeah, where basically the whole idea of the teleporter is that it's not actually transporting you. They basically just clone you on the other end and literally kill you.
Oh god, I
On this
remember
side?
that. Yeah, you
Yeah, I
get cloned
remember
and
that theory.
cloned and vaporized. Oh dear god.
Thank you, Doc.
Anyway, let's see. This technically Gmod and Source Filmmaker are the same thing. They just work differently. Where one is used as an animation tool and the other is more of a gaming tool.
So, Mr.
Yeah,
Shadow,
Gmod animations came out of the fact that you could pose things. So
You
it's,
see, Doc,
in fact, this looks more like what this looks more like what Gmod would do.
always been on my mind.
The opening segment though was very source
It's like-
filmmaker, but
Yeah,
Well, it's like-
Source Filmmaker pretty much came out of the fact that Gmod animations got so popular and everything. So Valve went, "Oh, hey, you guys really like animating with Gmod. Here's a tool to do better animations."
And now we'll never update it again.
in what way?
I'm not
oh,
sure
it's
how
on
I
the
can actually
community's
describe it to you,
plate
Doc.
now.
It's just this
I mean,
feeling
that's kind of it's kind of like Gary's Mod. All they do is they basically put out little small tweaks every so often. That's
Oh,
it.
the rumors of Gary's Mod 2 coming out is
What if
still
it's all
exciting.
just a dream?
Yeah.
Like, what if I've only been fooling myself? That
It is a stupid theory. It's just one of those fun, stupid ones where I don't think you give it any. The whole teleporting thing, you don't give it any real credit. You just have
Or is it
fun with
more
the
that
stupidity of it.
your successes
Yeah.
shouldn't merit notice?
It feels, honestly, like I haven't truly done anything to deserve the reputation I've garnered. It's just this ever-present feeling in my mind, and at my worst, it's like this broken record inside my head.
You didn't actually do any of this. You're merely fooling yourself into thinking you're worth anything, Shadow.
It's just...
All right, those of us who have dealt with imposter syndrome, say aye.
What would
Aye.
you consider to be a life well worth living?
Nah, I'm
What
not good enough for
defines
imposter
praiseworthy
syndrome.
Success or
That's still imposter syndrome.
It's a joke, man.
Honestly, to me, my real happiness comes from, well...
Anybody else want that
making others
table?
happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I would actually love that table.
I didn't have the greatest experience growing up.
I'll put in that Phasmophobia house. That'll be the house.
Hey, I'm sorry, Shadow. I'm sure this is all important shit to your mental to your mental state. But damn, that's a nice table.
That entire room is nice.
No, I can make better paintings.
Any of it.
so
And the plant could use a little more planting. The plant could use a little more. The background, though, it's got a nice little mountain thing going on there.
You created to help to spread this joy you speak of in the lives of others?
Even with all of that, Doc, there's still that presence of dread in my mind, and it really shows sometimes. I still tend to have a hard time asking others for help, since I'm so used to doing things on my own, and I always have to question if what I really do, both for my work and for my friends, really is worth something, or if I'm just fooling myself into thinking it's worth something. And it really hurts sometimes. I want to believe that I'm really that special in the eyes of others, but after the experiences I've had, I honestly don't know if I can, Doc.
You're special, like everybody else. Sorry.
I'm sorry, but every time it says fooling, I just have Death Leopards fooling playing in the back of my head.
You did feel confident in both your abilities as well as your accomplishments.
Well, this is going to sound corny, but really, all that noise and all that clutter and fear in my head always tends to quieten ever slightly when I'm among my friends. I still don't know how, but even with the silliest things I do, they're always there to laugh with me and cheer me on. And even with my work, I don't know if it's really anything, but I've slowly begun to acknowledge that the kind of work I do is getting better each and every day. And people have told me as such. It's just... No, I really
there's your animating in Gmod right
just,
there.
It's still so hard for me to accept the praise
Physics
and love
gun.
sometimes.
Yeah,
It
a
does feel
physics
like it goes
gun.
in one ear and out the other. And I feel terrible that I have to be constantly reaffirmed by my friends that I am worth something, that what I do is wonderful. Like, am I just annoying them at this point? Or are they really just that dedicated to sticking by my side? I just can't tell sometimes. And
This
it's
is
like,
every artist I've ever known,
I'm really just
ever.
in somebody else's
Yes.
shoes, and I'm not really...
Well, I also have a similar thing, but I'm afraid I push you away because I'm annoying.
Some measure of putting aside your own criticisms, even if it isn't always effective. Tell me, how often have you been praising your friends' successes? Found something they've done which caused you to marvel, even wishing that you might someday be able to do something similar?
Never. They all suck.
Been there for my friends.
Sorry.
Any sort of thing they do, be it
No, this is actually an interesting thought and discussion. I just can't help but try to make little jabs at it, I guess.
Well, we're trying to add entertainment and stuff like this,
But
yeah.
I can only be honest to you. Everything my friends have done, be it for me or themselves, it means so much. Though, I do suppose there's a few things I've seen from them that I wish I could replicate on my own somehow. There's so many things I've watched them do that I've
Becky
never
makes
been
great
able to
oranges.
figure out myself. But I'm never envious or jealous of them.
Becky made the 5-tier Pokeball. You will capture something or make it explode.
Most certainly. It is admirable that you share such a bond with your friends. Though, can you remember any time any one of them felt like what they accomplished didn't matter as much as you thought it should? Or perhaps had their own self-criticisms which brushed aside any talents you knew they possessed? And if so, can you remember what you might have said to them to help lift their spirits?
Could I be honest with you there, Doc? I can say, but I don't know if it would really answer your question.
It's perfectly alright if you wouldn't feel comfortable sharing, or if you feel that the answer wouldn't be applicable towards the conversation. But perhaps what you need right now in a first step is just a small shift in perspective. Something that I remind myself of a fair bit more often than many others might think. It is not all about you. In those moments when I feel troubled by others' perception of my work, or even the person I've become, when I feel the need to question whether I even deserve what I've accomplished, or perhaps...
By the way, the imagery here is spot on.
If I focus a little more on accepting and
really? That game is
trusting
like
what my
$7?
friends or my family cherish from me, or
I
even
was just
about
looking
me,
at. There's a
not
game that
just
I was
my
aware
own
that's
success,
been
also
like
because
they've been
I
slowly
want
releasing it and now it's out full.
them are, and
Wow, it's called Prognostic. It's it's only $7.
just a little more of that strength I feel in their presence can last into those moments of self-doubt when
Okay,
I'm
well
alone.
there's my Saturday
When
or
I
Friday
say to
stream.
myself, it is not all about you.
Not another ghost
I
hunting
remember that
expedition.
others not only look forward to what I
Not in the way I've been doing.
depend on it.
Yeah.
A different
Which
kind.
then helps me to realize that what I think of myself may not matter as
I'm not
much
sure.
as just
It
getting out
might be a
there
game I can do in
spreading
one
that
evening.
good joy I can give. Those harsh self-criticisms don't ever go away completely, but I have found
'cause-
a bit more self-confidence with that small shift in
There's
perspective.
either gonna be that or maybe
Does that make sense to you, Mr.
maybe
Shepard?
Conrad Stevenson.
It does. I think I
I
understand.
think I'm gonna wait for maybe one or two more updates from that
Maybe
game
what I
before
did
before
want to say
going to that.
your last question could matter, if you'd still be willing to hear. That is,
By all means.
well, you see, long ago, I remember something that a close friend of mine said. He does work in a very similar fashion to mine, and he was celebrating a milestone of his at the time. He actually mentioned me as he was thanking people, and I don't think I'll forget his exact words. He saw me as his rival, not in the conventional enemy sort of sense, mind you, but more in the sense of he wished that he could one day match my level of skill in his craft. That really made me think, like, what I do means that much that others wish they could match me? It's admittedly stuck with me for a while, even with all my self-doubt. But don't even get me started on the many times I've told my friends that what they do is lovely. I've seen what they can do many, many times, and I'd argue that their level of quality trounces my own sometimes. But sometimes
Conman
they
syndrome, huh?
themselves
That's a new
don't
one.
believe it, and I'm always there to tell them otherwise. It's so weird to me that people can be uplifted by just my words alone, telling them what they do is special, when I can't even believe in myself sometimes. Is that weird?
Not at all. I'd say that discussing these experiences of yours may actually be helping you to gain that small shift in perspective already.
You know?
Yeah, I think I
You
live
might be
without
right.
the spite
It's
system
baby
of that
steps, but
because it's like,
just thinking about the other side
I'm
of
gonna
the
do
coin.
that.
Ah, okay.
I'm not sure
Freaking
how to
do that.
describe
Watch
it,
me,
but
son
it
of a
definitely
gun.
puts me at ease, ever slightly. Though there is one pony that I feel will never cease telling me what I do has worth, and vice versa.
Would that happen to be Miss Umbra?
No, she's a tool. She's just a tool.
She's ever telling me herself.
Oh, it was actually his sister.
She's just trying to find her own footing in her own craft.
Wait, actual sister or anime definition sister?
Oh.
I'll leave that up to your anime. I'll leave it up to your anime definition imagination.
I tell her so often that yes,
Because you know that's every time the series says like oh here's my sister, you're just like you got to do like the fried doubt face.
What kind of sister are we talking about? Are we talking about the platonic sister or the
Sorry if I interrupted you.
Platonic sister? Platonic sister. The law might have a problem with it, sister, or stop it stop it. That's actually your sister.
Oh God!
Come back another time.
You really want to come back here? I mean, please don't misunderstand. I'm grateful for everything you've said to me, and it's made so much sense. But you really want to...
Shadow Rush, you're doing it again. We'll talk the rest of this out, okay?
Right.
But you look all bulgy this way.
Thank you again, Doc. It means a lot to me that you heard my silly little problem out, and I'll do my best to take what you said to heart. One step at a time and all that. Have a safe trip back to the...
My hat approves.
By the way, this portal is going to hurt like hell. You ever try to recombine from 3D to 2D? Like pulling it's like pulling a hangnail.
Second, do I have to bring out the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour? Because don't bring out the Jimmy Timmy
It's like
Power
breaking
Hour.
an arm.
That was pulling a different nail altogether. We all know it.
I understand that, but it still happened.
Did that actually come out?
Oh, 100th episode of Grover's Court.
Ooh.
Yep. The 100th episode. So let's go ahead and celebrate the 100th episode.
Samantha Powell asked, does anyone ever make fun of you for having the same name as a fuzzy blue monster? Sorry, I f***ed that up. I must have been a little too excited. Well, it's Pie Sister Surprise Swap Day, and Marble got Pinky a guillotine.
What the fuck?
What better way can there be to celebrate my 100th Gryphonstone court? So, for the 100th time, I shall answer questions from my faithful followers.
Oh, I really did a number on her, didn't I?
Hey, Spherical.
Oh, hey, Pick and Mix.
What's going on?
Nothing really. So, have you got another one for me?
Yeah, I really need to get rid of this one.
No sooner said than done.
Pinky's bluff.
weird tastes, but is this love for riches?
Yeah, I've been seriously considering getting a Patreon page. But there's no way I could offer any perks or anything, and my audience is divided. Some come to me for Brony stuff, some for railway stuff. Also, I was thinking of finding a publisher. If your genuine goal is to
no!
food, do that. Don't mutilate food you wished you could eat. And so, our 100th court draws to a close in the best possible way.
I doubt it!
Sorry about that, Spiracle. I didn't know you were allergic to love for riches.
It's all right. I'm just glad being vitally sick doesn't count as reforming. But how did you cure me?
Well, I visited the hive recently, and I learned something about changelings during my visit. They have these internal all-purpose antidote sacs called mulligans. They release their contents whenever changelings ingest something it turns out they're allergic to.
Oh, yeah, but mine was used up when I first found out love for riches was deadly to me.
I also found out that some changelings go through their lives never needing their mulligans, so sometimes after they die, their mulligans are harvested and stored on the off chance that they might save a changeling from an allergic attack a second time. They still had one in their hospital fridge, and knowing you're one of few unreformed changelings left, I bought it from them. They didn't care, it only activates when types of love are ingested.
Wow. Thanks, boss.
No problem. I gotta go, October's blowing off.
Shalaka? That was my sister.
Alright,
That is
really quick
dark.
animation before we close off.
Every pony is more into tanning, it seems.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Hey, shut up!
Huh.
Alright, and with that is about it. So we're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up. The rest of the videos we'll have to save for next week, but I got through the majority of them, including a very long doctor. So, yeah.
Doctor.
Good old doctor.
Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard.
Alright, let's get our close music up, because I can't believe I forgot to get that. There we are. And with the closeout music going, it means that it's time to get our shout outs. Let's get the final shout outs for the evening, starting off with, well, really quick. Kodos unfortunately had to leave because of headaches, so I hope we wish him all the best, and hopefully tomorrow he'll be feeling better. And that, let's start with Chris Capitan.
The fire's explosion cost attention to earlier on. I don't know. Things?
Things.
We're gonna go with things.
Things it is. Alright, then go DM21.
Have a great week and stay active.
Alright, Textalion. Tech.
He's been muted this entire time, I think.
No, he's here. Well, I mean, he's not muted in my thing. Oh, there we are.
Here, I've just been having some internet issues. Nigel, and I hope I
Right.
get my get another router extender this week, and that's all.
I definitely hope for that router extender. 100%. Tokoi!
Shout out to all the lovely people that are in Twitch right now. Thank you, CNC and Commander, for being our mods. It's OX2, Alien Gathering, another TV viewer, our cherry friend Stormcloud, Cam, Commander Root, Food Thinking Ground, DM12, Elysian, Lonnie Yang, Axie Melody, Polymaster 4, Road Girl, Super 8, Team If, me, and our text relay chat bar, IRC.
Alright, and from the Otaku Ascended, Suki.
Go to sleep.
Alright, now I'd like to thank everybody for joining us for another episode of The Brony Show. Please be sure to tune in later this week on Wednesday for Winchester and his Wednesday crew. Also, throughout the week on Circuit's Twitch, my Twitch, we'll be playing games. We installed the new Elden Ring mod. We'll be giving that a go. Along with that, other games may be played. They will be announced on Discord as they happen, so keep an eye on our Discord. Sunday is also Circuit's Gaming Room, where we play a multiplayer game. We have Borderlands 3 on the dock. However, if things go wrong, we'll be ready with another game. So tune in, keep an eye out for that. Also, pre-show. The pre-show is an hour before the main show. It had Coal Dust and Crew doing Coal Dust and Crew things, whether it's talking about random stuff, playing Jackbox, playing What the Dub, playing Gardic Phone, or any other random shenanigans. Coal Dust is always there, always ready to give you a good fun time. And that, let's get a shout out to our IRC chatters. Thank you to Commander Something for keeping an eye out on chat. Thank you to Chaos Akai, Collector Conquest, Cool Dude, Sarcasm, Relay, Surf, Sonic 5421, Techman, The Lone Wolf Gamer, Vaguely Creepy, and yay, Archivers. Also, shout out to Just My Mage, Syncry, and of course, everybody else in our YouTube chat that pops in and says hi. Including Vaguely Creepy and Creature. Or I think it's just Creature. Either way, thank you to both of them. Either way. They're awesome. They're both awesome.
Creature's awesome. He edits the show. We love him.
Anyway, with that, I do want to thank all of our archive watchers out there, whether you're watching on YouTube when we get the episodes uploaded, or if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Vaughn when we stream live. However you catch us and spend a couple of hours enjoying our shenanigans, thank you so much for spending out the time. Also, sorry for the angry, raging tirade, but that was a lot of stuff that built up inside of me, and I needed to get it out, or I would explode. But anyway, aside, I hope you all enjoyed it. We will be back next week, and I wish you all the best. Have a good week, and closing out the Prince Forever Elemental. Good night, everybody.
Chosen for something greater. 6 friends who were cast out the door. Over the years our power grew. The strength in me is in you too. The time will come to use it. Just hope it doesn't come too soon. You'll have to make a choice to fight or fly away. Just trust in yourself and everything will be. Are you scared of this fight? How do you know if you're right? I trust what's in your heart. Don't let them tear you apart. When you think that you're cornered, we'll be there pushing forward. This is what we're fighting for. You're part of something more. We're elemental, elemental. Sometimes you're too temperamental. Elemental, elemental. Got your egos monumental. Elemental, elemental. Must you be so sentimental? Elemental, elemental. Us 6 can't be accidental. So why are you here? What is it you fear? Look inside yourself. I think you'll see the answers clear. There's something